happening? Happy Monday to you. This is Andy coming to you from the Daily Funk Club. And we're just going to keep on rolling with all the requests I've been getting lately. We're celebrating a year here at the Daily Funk Club, and I can't believe it. So, you know, I'm just, people give me suggestions of what they like, which instruments I have here and which amps I have here and which ones they like to hear. And somebody wanted to hear my Stagg P Bass, and that's totally cool with me because I love this thing. I bought it, it's just a 1970s P Bass copy, but it's a really, really good one. And I got lucky, You can find these old 70s P copies. There's a lot of decent brands that made them in Japan, and if you can find them between 200 and between 150 and 250, I think you're doing good. I think that's a good value for this kind of instrument. They're starting to creep up and get a lot more expensive, so people are trying to get too much money for them. But I paid about $250 for this one, I think, and I couldn't be more happy. I would put it up against anything in the $500, $600 range in terms of P Bass copies that are out now. So that's a fact, Jack. I put a set of Nordstrand NP4v vintage correct P Bass pickups in it and a new harness that Carrie made for me, and it's got a set of flat ones on it, and that's all I've done to it except for clean up the fret edges. And I absolutely love it. So yeah, you can find these great old P Basses, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you're getting wood quality that's infinitely better than what's available now. And the benefit that for 30 years it's been aging and it's been being played. The more an instrument is played, the better it sounds. There's a reason for that, because the neck and the body have been joined together for a long, long, long time, and that wood has been moving and shaking and grooving and doing its thing. And the more it does that, the better it sounds. Okay? So, yeah, the Stagg P Bass got a crazy quilted maple to it, which is so rare. And, oh, I also changed the pickguard on here. It had a tortoiseshell pickguard on it. No, I think it had a black pickguard on it. I don't remember. Anyways, hey, let's talk about that bass line I was playing. That's my tune, Bluegrass Jungle. It's real easy. It's just it's in the key of G. It's got a melody that plays twice that goes. That bass line a try. It's really fun to play, and that little head, that little melody head, I envision it with the fiddle and the acoustic guitar in the bluegrass band that I play. It's not a traditional bluegrass band. We blend a lot of different things, but having that kind of Cajun shuffling sort of train beat thing going on in the background, and then having everybody just kind of take turns soloing, and then when everybody finishes their solo, we all do that head together, either in unison or somebody will harmonize it or something. But one more time on that head, it's pretty cool. It just goes, it's like a blues scale. That's the first part. It's like a G, B flat, C, D flat, C, and then G again. To an E flat. turn. That's like a harmonic minor in G. You know, that's the major 7, using the raised 7 in the G pure minor scale. If you raise it, you get harmonic minor. So that's where that lick comes from. And then it's got this repeating. It's a blues scale repeating lick. The same thing is going, right? Which is the same thing as the first 4 pitches of the melody. And then everybody could take turns soloing and just kind of going back and forth. So that's there's a fun little thing that you can mess around with, and it sounds great on the flat wounds. You know, that's the thing about these old P basses, whether it's a Fender P bass or whether it's a copy P bass or whether it's a brand new you know, P bass that somebody custom made, you know, a replica or a Nash or a Valente or you know, Sadowski or whatever, you know, you put a set of flat wounds on there and it instantly transforms you back to a place in time. You see what I'm saying? The strings and the vibe and the instrument all create a kind of vibe. But for me, you know, that's how that's what it does for me. And then I tend to be creative in that place. You see what I'm saying? So I can just kind of you know, get to that old school place and be creative there by playing an instrument that sounds and looks and feels and everything that like the ones that the guys were using back in the day. So that's, you know, that's what I love about the old P bass vibe. It's such a simple sound. It's such a non you know, sophisticated kind of tone, but it's complex in a lot of ways too. In the way that it, the simplicity of it, the way that it fits into music, the way that it fits into a mix, you know. Well, we could talk about a P bass all day long. It's the most recorded instrument of all time, and there's a reason for that. All right, friends. Have fun in the bluegrass jungle.